promised me we've got to get back in the pubs and start doing more shows. We've got to start organising. We've got to be proactive.
Got to be proactive.
Anyway, good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while.
Are we going?
We're going.
Oh, we're alive.
Yeah.
Oh. No, we're going back in the pubs for sure.
Did you go to the footy last weekend?
I go to the footy most weekends.
Right.
In fact, I went to the Hello Turf for the MCG.
Right.
And I love the MCG, but I don't.
What do you...
So it was my home ground. Remember, the MCG was my home ground. So I love it. I love it, and it's the Coliseum. Yeah. It's, I can imagine if just say Australia was founded, say, in the 1300s.
Just say.
And the MCG was built, say, in the 1400s.
Right.
It would have been a Coliseum, right? It would have been. We would have been fighting kangaroos.
Trapdoors would have come out.
Exactly right. Koala bears.
Tasmanian tigers would have come out of nowhere. All that sort of stuff.
Cassowaries, the whole lot. All right. So, but now it's a footy ground. It's a cricket ground.
It's a cricket ground.
But it's a footy ground, and it also does music and a couple of other things.
It's everything. It's multi-purpose.
So it is regarded as the best stadium in Australia.
Yeah, it is.
I call bullshit. And I'll tell you why.
Why?
I'll tell you why. Now, this might seem a really little simple thing. Now, and I love the facility itself, but when they don't take cash, when they don't accept cash at the venue...
That can't be right.
The place is stuffed.
Well, so you couldn't just go...
No cash. No cash here.
You couldn't take a tenner...
No.
And go get a packet of chips.
It's all on cards.
Because you're not one of these, are they?
I'm not a tap and go man.
So... Oh, that's right.
So I take cash into the venue thinking, I'm going to have a big splash today with cash.
Right.
Sorry, sir, we don't take cash. I said, okay. So she said, you can pay on your credit card or you can pay on your card, and it's a 1.5% surcharge.
Well,
I said, hang on a minute. You're charging me 1.5% because you're too lazy to count my cash?
Yeah.
Hang on. What has happened to Australia? What has happened?
I agree with you.
It's the number one facility in the world almost.
It's un-Australian.
And they don't have, of course it's un-Australian.
It's un-Australian.
I thought isn't there a law out there that they've got to accept cash? Don't blame.
There must be.
Don't blame COVID. Don't blame any of that rubbish.
Actually, you know who would know? Sergeant Michael Davis.
Sergeant Michael
Michael Davis will get to the bottom of this.
He would know.
We're going to have a little pretend police hat for you when Sergeant Michael Davis is required.
So we've got a good day planned, right? We're going there. It's a past players event.
Right.
So past players of the two sides playing on the one day, we go in there and it's on. Right? We're having some beers and all that sort of stuff. So there's some players from Melbourne and there's some players from Sydney.
I've got a question for you soon.
Yeah.
What happened when it's this would have caused tension, because as soon as you found out it becomes your shout at some stage, you've got to put your hand up and say, sorry guys.
No, guess what?
I brought cash to pay for my shout.
My son had to pay for me.
Your son?
My son. He's got the tap and go. So he's got the tap and go. And he's spewing because he's got to tap into his savings account.
Don't you even have tap and go on your phone?
No, I don't have tap and go. I refuse to have tap and go. So I didn't even bring a card. I took $500 in cash.
Right.
I didn't take a card with me.
So you're just going to pay cash everywhere you go?
I'm just going to pay cash everywhere
for the rest of your life?
If I jump in a cab, I'll pay cash.
So whose fault is this?
I tell you now, the cabbies love cash.
No. I bet they do.
Gee whiz.
You reckon that's getting declared?
Hey, do you reckon the Suvalaki bloke doesn't love cash?
He loves cash.
He loves cash. In fact, there's no tap and go at Mr. Squeeze. No such thing.
When you go to like a Chinese shop and it's less for cash, you reckon they're declaring that stuff?
No.
Of course they're not.
No way.
And that's the way it should be. Kerry Packer style.
Can I tell you a story? My dad used to be the state marketing manager of 7-Eleven a long time ago.
Had to be.
And one of my first jobs, Dad got me. They were suspicious of a few 7-Elevens around town.
Oh.
So what my job was, as the 7-Eleven owners thought, was me writing down men and women and what they were buying. But what my job really was to keep an eye on the dirty, rotten 7-Eleven owners who were putting the cash in their back pocket.
In the skyrocket, because they had to pay a commission of what they took in.
That is right. And here's the beautiful thing. So it was myself, it was an American bloke who'd come down to play some professional golf, Kevin Youngblood, and my brother Peter Allen, and we were on 8-hour shifts. And we were on an 8-hour shift for this one that they highly suspected.
Yep.
Right? So we did not.
Sunbury.
I don't think it's there anymore, so I'll say it was in Melbourne.
All right. Okay.
Was in Melbourne.
Yeah, all right, beautiful.
Right. So we were there for 1 month, 8-hour shifts. We didn't see one thing.
Really?
Guess what happened though?
What happened?
Their take for that month outshone the rest of the other 11 months.
Ah, there you
So
go.
we got them.
So you see, they knew exactly.
We
right.
absolutely got them.
Were the Allen lollies a good seller?
Oh, mate, the snakes shell off the shelves. It's incredible.
All right, so we're at the MCG.
Yeah.
All right, we've got the past players function, and there's players that have played with both clubs, Sydney and Melbourne.
Right.
So Shane Zantuck.
Right. Xanas.
So I'm interviewing Shane Zantuck.
Oh, they got you on the mic. Of course
Yeah,
they
so
did.
I just interviewed him.
Yeah.
Doesn't turn up.
Xanas doesn't
Turn up. Probably in a fight out the front. I don't know, but just didn't turn up. Then
Come
interviewed
on, Shane.
bloke Stuart Gull. You heard of Stuart Gull?
No, I haven't.
87 games for the Swannies, 2 for the D's.
You're interviewing a bloke who's played 2 games for the D's.
No, it was both. It was past Melbourne and Sydney.
righto.
Why are you laughing?
Oh, they could have given you someone a bit better than Stewie Gull.
Well, but then you've got to get.
I'm sure he's a hell of a bloke and he's done well since, but
we
two
couldn't
games?
get Jared Healy because Jared Healy.
He's upstairs probably
And
doing stuff. Probably cost you.
He cost us 5,000 to speak to Jared. But yeah, Gully was a good man. Gully owns. Actually, I'll tell you something funny about Stuart Gull.
Please.
He owns his own golf course out of Ballarat, and it's a cracking golf course.
Are you kidding me?
No, he's got his own. He goes, come up and play on my golf course. I said, you got your own golf course. He might have only played 2 games for the D's, but he's going well.
Good on you,
He's going well, Stewie Gull. Anyway, so I go to the footy. I'm having a shit day because I've only got cash. You know, it's a pretty sad day when you can't spend 100.
You've got to leave it on your kid.
I had greenbacks. Like I was feeling good about myself.
And poor old Coops is feeling green because you're emptying his savings account that he's working hard
And the more
for you,
beers I'm
mongrel.
having, the bigger the shouts are getting. So Coops rings me up the next morning. He goes, Dad, you spent 240. I said, I was going to transfer it over. I said, I'll just give it to you in cash. He goes, no, can you transfer it? He doesn't want cash. He goes, if I have cashed out, I lose it, he wants it in his account. So I had to BSB an account and put it into his.
It's actually an interesting question because you would have had a wallet. I had a wallet.
Yeah, I had a wallet.
Every kid had a wallet. If you know, some of those cool kind of rip curl things that we used to have in the back with the Velcro thing. It was quite flat.
Yeah.
No kid would have a wallet today.
No, he hasn't got a wallet. He hasn't got a wallet.
So they don't want cash. They don't want cards. They want everything on their phone.
Yep.
End of story.
So in the lead up to that, right, I was really looking forward to taking my kids into this event.
Yeah.
To because they
showing off.
Yeah, showing
your
off.
kids off.
So I get in there. I pick up Coops from his house because he's living by himself now.
Yeah.
I get in there. I said, "My God, what have you done, Coops? I've never been more embarrassed in my son."
What did he do?
The night before, he'd had a few beers with his mates.
Yeah.
He shaved his head
Oh no.
and dyed his hair white.
He did not. Show me a picture.
I'm going to show you a photo. Can we post it?
Well, you got to get permission.
No,
off
we
Coops.
don't. No, if you.
Who the hell is that kid?
I know.
Who's that? He looks like Eddie Munster.
He looks like a cross between Eddie Munster and Eminem.
He looks like Eddie Munster.
He does. I said,
my
mate,
God.
He said, doesn't look that bad, does it, Dad? I said, Coops.
Give me another look at that.
I said, Coops, you're a rooster.
That's not good.
I said, mate, you've just defeathered yourself.
Dude.
You're just silly.
He won't be having much luck with the ladies for the next little while.
No, well, that's what I said.
So hang on, you got to introduce your son looking like that.
So Guy Rigoni, his daughter, Gemma.
Probably hot.
Absolutely.
A hottie.
Beautiful looking girl, like her mum, Trude.
Right.
Beautiful.
So ordinarily, Coops would be a massive chance.
Huge chance, even though Gem is very, very standoffish.
Right.
And plays hard to get.
Good.
But Coops has been banging down this barrier for a long time. I saw the look on Gemma's face when she saw him for the first time, thinking, what have you done, you beautiful boy? You look like an idiot.
It was disappointment. You could just see disappointment.
Everybody, I said this. So I'd walk into him and say, "This is my son Coops." I'd walk in there and say, "This is my son Coops." I've never been embarrassed like it in my life, except for that time with Indiana. Did I ever tell you this story about Indiana when we went to the funeral?
No, but I like this.
So Auntie Kate died, and beautiful Auntie Kate. She had a heart attack watching the Pies. She's a mad Pie supporter. They were getting beaten, and she had a heart attack and passed away.
She lost it. Would have been an umpiring decision.
During the game.
During the game,
Last
she died in between the second and third quarters, which is bloody sad because she was I had two aunties. They were just magnificent people. Anyway, she passed away, so we go up to a funeral. It was a really beautiful funeral. Yeah. And on the way back from the funeral, which is the church in Beechworth, we've got to go past all the shops and we go down to the bowling club.
Right.
And the bowling club's awesome.
Beauty.
So on the way down, we've got this Chinese restaurant. And I said to Indiana, I said, Indy, see this Chinese restaurant here.
Yes.
See, that used to be Grandma's.
Right.
And she looked at me and she said, Dad, are we Chinese?
Yes. If you want to, you can go back to episode 3.
Oh, we've done it!
Story again.
I did it!
I hear that story again.
I was asking you if we'd done it. Oh, we've got to cut it out. We've got to cut it out. No, we're cutting it out. No, we're not. Well, I didn't know you told that story. Well, shit, I didn't know I told you that.
You're having a couple of beers with a couple of blokes. This is Ox and Marko. And when you get a sec, we'd love you to subscribe and rate the podcast.
Tweets to the editor are going to be interesting this week. Plus, we've got a little bit of civil selfishness, and I know my one's enormous this week.
Yeah,
civil
yours is big. I'm hearing yours is big.
I could actually lose my way.
Okay,
I'm that angry. But can we just go through this tweets to the editor first?
We're not going to Dan Andrews' path again, are we? All right, good.
No, we're not. Now, some tweets to the editor. Now, this is in response to the couple episodes ago.
Hang on, I've got some chicken caught in my tooth.
Please. Pate?
Pate.
Yeah, it's good stuff, that chicken pate. Guy Sebastian versus Shannon Noll debate that we had a couple episodes ago.
And I love Nolsey. I do love Nolsey, but he could not hold a tune to the magnificent voice of Guy Sebastian.
I
which you disagree with.
Disagree.
Yep.
I think Guy is oversold.
Okay.
And I think Shannon is undersold. And I love Shannon Noll. I think he's great.
Yep.
Megan Curran McEwen. Guy, definitely more talented. Please.
Well done, Megs.
Chris Longley.
Yep.
Oh no, Marko, you are so wrong here.
No, this is good feedback so far.
And see, this is rubbish because see the little thumbs up next to it? So someone's being very biased here. And it's not me. Dean Bowman. You'd have to say Guy has come on a bit more than Nolsey.
Of course he has.
TPH.
Now,
Tommy Heff.
I don't know what Tommy Heff said, but he sounds like a ripper.
Marko is dreaming with this one.
There we go.
Please.
No, Nolsey's a pub singer. Guy Sebastian's a star.
I reckon that's garbage.
So pretty simple. All right, civil selfishness. You've come in guns blazing. It's not political because we've done our one political episode for the year.
Yep.
But you've come in with some chains.
Yeah, that's right.
And I'm tipping it's not Tina Arena.
It's got nothing to do with nunchucks.
All right.
Okay.
Nothing to do with that.
Sit back and relax.
All right.
So, my son plays basketball. And I know your daughter and boy played a lot of basketball growing up.
Yeah.
So every time I'm driving around my local area, I quite often look at the basketball rings and, think maybe I should take Kelly there or maybe I should take so-and-so there. And guess what happened about 3 years ago?
COVID.
Some bright spark decided to take down all the basketball nets in our local council area.
The nets.
Every net is gone. And not only is every net gone, but every basketball ring capable of holding a net. So they took all the little things that hold the hooks. They only put up rings without hooks. So unnettable basketball hoops. Guess what's happened to those basketball areas, David?
What's happened, Mark?
No one's using them. They're ghost towns. Nobody can. Now, you played basketball growing up. I played basketball growing up. There is no sweeter sound in the game than a swoosh.
Swish.
Nothing better.
Nothing but cotton.
Nothing better.
Nothing but net.
And when you're practicing by yourself, when you have swished it, it's still got a little bit of backspin.
And it comes back to you.
And it comes straight back to you. And it is gratifying.
It's beautiful.
It gives you a little boost.
Of course it does.
That I'm on the right track. I'm on the right path to becoming the next Magic Johnson.
You have to be.
Or Larry Bird.
Yeah.
Or Steph Curry.
Well, you would be, Steph, because if
Right.
you're hitting cotton time all the time,
Correct.
you know it. But sometimes you don't even know if it goes in. If there's no
Right.
net there, it's like an air ball.
So every basketball ring, every basketball area in my local council area is now a ghost town.
You know why they
a
did
disgrace.
that? I know why they did it.
Why?
Because there was some little kid who thought he was Magic Johnson,
Yeah.
and he was trying to dunk it. And what happened is he got his finger caught in the net, ripped his finger off, and Bob's your uncle. And they go, "We'll ban every net because of one idiot who thinks he's Magic Johnson, and he's not.
So this is the trouble with our
He's not
stupid
even Michael Davis.
councils.
Yes.
They look at one sore finger and they've sacrificed thousands.
Yep.
I say sacrifice that finger and save thousands of kids.
You're right.
That is a council person being so disgracefully selfish.
It's a councillor who doesn't know how to play sport.
That's right. A self-centred, disgusting human has made that decision. So when I went for my walk this morning, guess what? I went on a different path today. And I had noticed that one of the rings, basketball areas, didn't have a ring for a long time, but I saw it had a ring. And I thought, I'll go walk over there. And I'll walk over there and see if they've put a non-hook ring up. Guess what? They haven't. They have got some old stock. And they've put up a basketball ring that has hooks.
It's got the loops. And you brought a chain net.
I'm going to do a social experiment right here. I'm going to do a social experiment. I'm going to go home today and I'm going to get a ladder and I'm going to go put this chain net up on that ring. Now, two things are going to happen. One of two. Stacks of kids are going to come back and have great fun swishing.
Yep.
Or two, that pathetic, disgusting human being will somehow find out about it and will come down and take down my chain net.
What happens if we have 3 lost fingers in the next week?
We sacrifice those 3 lost fingers.
Yeah, I'm with you. I reckon you sacrifice.
We sacrifice for the greater good of humanity. Here they are. They want to ban sugary bloody commercials. They want to ban McDonald's from the area. They want to ban this.
Don't ban a basketball net.
Mate, if you've got kids out doing stuff all the time, they're riding bikes, they're playing basketball, they're kicking footies, they're playing cricket, doing whatever. If they're out doing that, I'm telling you, they're not going to be big fat kids.
You know what you've done? You've just opened up a can of whoop ass on the cancels.
You know who we need to get involved? Andrew Gaze.
Yes, got to get Andrew Gaze.
We need to get Andrew Gaze on this podcast. And we need to tell him about this social experiment.
I listen to him every day on the run home. So
the run home.
Yep.
Yeah, I quite enjoy the run home myself.
So I listen to him all the time, and
let's get on it.
Can we get him? Let's send an SMS into his show and see if we can get him on.
That show's really improved over the last couple of years.
Can we go? Can we go into? Can we actually get in live into their show and speak to them on air about this topic?
Is that possible to do on the podcast? I think we're better off just getting him on the show. I'll tell you what we'll do. Next week we're going to remember the headphones.
All right.
And we'll get him on.
We'll get him on.
Dan, can you remember the headphones next week so that this story has a better tail than what it currently does?
I was just thinking about your net as well, because it's a steel net.
Yeah.
Could we actually solder it on so they can't get it off?
Well, now this is see.
When you go to new levels here, we can make it really difficult.
You know those things that police use as handcuffs these days? The slip, like ties or something tie?
Zip ties.
You can get steel zip ties.
Let's do it.
So I say, not only do I put this net up, but I'll go get some steel net ties.
Yep.
And it's never coming down, folks.
I love it. Well done.
Ever.
Well done to you.
There might be a few tips of little forefingers, scattered around the basketball area.
Yep.
But I don't care. As long as we get kids swishing,
you know what?
Playing 3-on-3, playing 1-on-1, playing 5-on-5, and getting out and doing something.
Get the kids out on the street. Get them out in the park again. Yeah. Well done to you, Marko.
Thank you, buddy.
So what are we doing? We're getting Gazy on the show.
Yep.
You are. That's your homework.
Yeah, I'll get him on.
And you're going to go and whack that up.
I'm going to get him on after I get on Ricky Ponting and a few others.
Heather McKay.
Actually,
Heather McKay.
No, hang on. I've got a Heather McKay update.
Oh.
I've got a Heather McKay update.
Hey.
One of our greatest ever sports people.
I sent Squash Australia a message.
Yeah.
I haven't had a response as yet, but it's imminent. Right?
No,
so I've
gone
done
over
it.
Lena's
I know
head.
you got the generic one back.
Yeah.
I will get something back. If it doesn't get back, I'll then go above her one more time. I'll then go to John Bertram because they're in the and John's got some.
John will make it happen.
And then if John can't make it happen, I go to KB. Because KB's also in the Hall of Fame, so we'll go to KB.
Tell me this: has Heather Mackay got a statue of any kind?
Don't know.
Could you just quickly Google that for me? Could you
Bloody
just
should.
type in Heather Mackay?
Oh, I think I know how to
statue
Google a statue of Heather Mackay, Marko.
and see if anything comes up then, because that can be our platform. We could lie to her and say, listen, we want to get a statue going, but we need to talk to you first.
Yeah, we want to make sure you're happy with it.
Yeah, that's right.
And it's not going to be out of plaster of Paris. It's going to be out of bronze.
It's going to be fair.
It's going to be a proper one.
And you can choose where you want it to be.
We'll have it in Perth.
Because there is a bit of a push to get more female statues around the country. And
She should be the first one.
If there is no Heather Mackay statue,
And she's not that big.
she's first in line.
So it's not gonna cost
She
a lot
never
of-
got beaten.
No statue.
Well,
No statue.
That's bull dust.
Righto.
And she's not a big woman, so the bronze will be cheap.
That's right.
And squash rackets are small.
We're saving money
So we're
everywhere.
saving money everywhere. Civil selfishness.
Have you got one?
Yeah, I have.
Go on.
Ubers. All right.
Ubers.
All right.
Don't.
Now, I don't use Ubers much, but if I have a couple of beers, I don't drive home, so I'll catch an Uber.
How
I'll
do
catch
you? You got to pay cash.
Okay,
They don't accept cash.
I know that. So, so on Saturday night, I'm there, and I've only got cash.
Right.
Sorry, Sunday night. And I'm there, I've only got cash.
Yeah.
But I'm there with a good mate of mine, Stephen Powell. Powley, who I played footy with. He played the Bulldogs, played at Melbourne. And I said, Powley, I'll give you cash, but I can't. I haven't got an Uber. I don't have it. I don't have it on my phone or anything.
Yeah,
He
I'll
goes,
pay you
no.
cash.
No, so he goes through it all, and it's $105, whatever it
That's
was,
the quote?
to get back. So I give him 100.
You hang on. Does Pally get dropped off first, and then you?
No.
To your
Powley's
place?
going the opposite direction,
Oh.
but he's just done it for me.
Oh, and you
So-
gave
and
him
I
cash.
gave him the cash.
Smart.
So it all works out well.
Happy?
Civil selfishness of these Ubers. Now, I didn't realise this happened, but we got cancelled. Like they'd be 100 metres from us and they'll cancel us.
Yeah, it's a
Then they
killer.
get 400 metres from us and they cancel. Then they get end up costing me $145 because they kept cancelling and the price kept going up and up and up and up. I reckon it was the same bugger cancelling each time, doing donuts around the block. He was 200
might
metres. He was 200 metres from me and he cancelled. So the civil selfishness of Uber drivers right now
That's disgusting.
is deplorable. And there is no ramification to them.
No.
I reckon if they cancel a job after accepting it, 10% should go back into my account.
That's right.
Because guess what? If I cancel on them, guess
They're
what
taking
happens?
money, do they?
We get fined.
Here's the other thing. I think it's actually dangerous, not so much for you, but that happened to one of my beautiful daughters late at night, on a night out,
yes.
standing on the corner trying to get home.
Yeah.
And the Uber was cancelled, like
That's
4
disgusting.
times cancelled. It's outrageous.
Can we get Mr. Uber on?
Oh, here we go.
I want to speak to someone from Uber to explain it.
What are you looking at me for?
Well, you've got your fingers.
Get Lord Uber on the phone
Yes.
immediately.
I don't even know who we would try.
Mate,
That's
just
exactly
Google
right.
Lord Uber and see what comes up.
You're going to Google Lord Uber.
Lord Uber.
Oh,
There's
I'm
got to
gonna
be a
do-
Lord Uber.
I'm going to Google Lord Uber, Marko.
He'll be a Lord.
You got to
for
be a
sure
Lord
these days.
Lord Uber.
You know what comes up when you Google Lord Uber? Oh, my God.
Civil selfishness. What comes up?
Uber Lord.
There you go. That's him.
Let's
No, I
get
don't
him
think
on,
it is.
mate. He knows what he's talking
I
about.
don't
That's
think
it.
he is.
So can we get someone on from Uber
Yeah.
to explain their situation?
If you can't get Lord Uber, get the Earl of Uber.
If you can't get Heather Mackay on, you can certainly get one of the bosses of Uber on.
Yeah, I don't
Give us
actually-
something.
I don't believe I can.
All right. Well, we'll track it
We'll-
down.
we'll get it done.
We'll track it down. They'll probably
Another one.
cancel on us 6 times.
Another one.
We'll book him in. No, I can't do this week. And then he'll be ready to go, and then he'll cancel again. Anyway, so it's 2 great civil selfishness. We'll have the nets fixed, and we'll have Uber fixed by the end of next show.
And we'll get Gazy on to start the campaign rolling, because I think we need to start a campaign.
Actually,
Because it's not just my...
Gazy's in the Hall of Fame too. We can
there's
get him to speak to
another way.
Heather.
He would
He's
know.
carried the flag.
Yeah. It's all making sense now.
That would work. Can I ask you 2 a question?
Yeah.
You're talking before about that kid getting his finger ripped off the basketball thing.
Yeah.
You guys are both high-level sportsmen at the top level.
That's
Correct.
Right. Yeah.
How do you go watching those sports injury videos?
No. The ones I can't watch.
Make me sick.
I can't watch the skateboards,
Yeah.
the BMXs,
Yeah.
where they snapping legs and cashing checks and all that sort of
No.
stuff. Can't do any of that.
No, don't
I
like
can't.
it.
You know what I can't even watch now? I can't even watch a lion take down a zebra.
Why? You've got feelings for the zebra?
Of course I do.
Go, Zebra, go.
No, I want him to get away. I want the underdog to win.
Tell us another story you've told us before.
I hate it.
You can hear that one in episode 6.
I hate it. I can't. The cruelty to anywhere now. But the injuries, shocking.
No.
I'm
really glad they don't show the bad injuries on TV now.
No,
I don't like it. I think it's bad.
Remember,
Very bad.
Remember we've all seen them where they do a knee.
They got 2 kneecaps.
No, you can't.
Disgraceful.
No, leave me out of that.
Disgraceful.
All right, Marko. You got 2 bits of homework to do.
Yeah, what?
Ricky Ponting.
Yeah.
We've got to get him on.
He's an IPL coach, so just give me some time. I'll make it work.
Well, hang on. There's a time zone. We can get him on the phone.
I'll make it work, I said. But just, it'll take a little bit of time.
Well, I delivered Millsy.
Yeah, I know. It took you 6 weeks. I'll deliver inside 6, I promise.
Right. And you've got Andrew Gaze.
That's easy.
Is it? He's busy with his show. He's busy with his radio program.
That's okay, mate. He'll have time for us.
All right.
No worries. I'll get that organised, and I'll also get the basketball nets on basketball ring campaign going.
Got it. Good.
Time to spin the wheel.
All right.
What joke is it?
Dad joke.
Gee, we've got a lot of dad joke categories up here, haven't we?
Yeah, it's just it's just a dad joke.
Well, there's about 6.
This one's just a dad joke. It's not a little joke. Is my go? Or is it your go?
No, it's your
it's
go.
my
I've
go.
done the last 2, so it's up to you, dude.
All right, might be right up your alley, Marko.
Right.
I'm not sure if you know, but I missed the World Hairdressing Championships on TV last night.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, does anyone know if they're showing the highlights?
That's very good.
Are you serious?
Dan, highlights.
I know what a highlight is.
Highlights.
That's a terrible joke.
Anyone showing the highlights?
All right, well, I'll give you one more.
Go. Give us a bonus.
I'm not sure if you know this, Marko, but I used to have a job cutting holes to make trapdoors for theatres.
Is that right?
Yeah, it was just a stage I was going through.
Yes. Much better.
Well done.
All right, we'll catch you next week, folks.
And another episode done. Well done, boys, and much better joke second time round. Plenty of homework out of this week's episode too. Of course, we're still waiting on Marko to deliver Ricky Ponting, but he's guaranteed he will. And now he's also got to deliver Andrew Gaze and explore this basketball court situation. What is it? The greater good scenario that Marko's exploring. And Ox has promised Heather Mackay on the show. Will it happen next week? Well, we'll find out. The Couple of Blokes, Couple of Beers podcast is executive produced by Dan Bradley at Kaizen Media. Sound design by Daryl Misson at loudzebra.com.